All right, Shalom. Let me get straight into this lesson. But the spirit jumped on me to go into, you know, how precious the truth is in the living waters that it brings, right? It brings, water sustains life in essence. Without life, without water, everything will perish. But this living waters, which is a metaphor for this precious truth, the correct understanding of the scriptures, has been given on to the elect of the nation of Israel, right? And we've been risen from that dead state that we was in, that stagnation, right? So when water is stagnant, it breeds bacteria, right? It's death, right? It's all kind of things that happen with stagnant water. You know what I'm saying? That's why this truth is likened living waters, because it continuously flows. It don't, you know, it doesn't fester bacteria, right? It's drinkable, right? It's nourishment to the body. They go to show you the difference from stagnant water, which stagnation is what most of our people at. They still stuck in that plantation Christianity, right? Yet the Most High gave us a living waters, and we are, you know, vibrant in the spirit with our understanding, steady learning and growing each day, right? So I want to kind of do a different kind of lesson. We go where the spirit move us, right? So let's open up with this. It says running water is safe to drink still water than still water, because the movement of the water helps filter out bacteria and impurities. That's why you see on some of these so-called nature shows, they'll go to a running water and they can drink the water. But if the water is stagnant, they can't drink that water because it breeds bacteria and all kind of fungus, and this, it'll probably make you get sick, right? So let's go more into this. Let's go to the first scripture, right? And it's these living waters, because we're constantly learning and growing, being nourished in the spirit, right? Yet our people that's still stuck in the stagnation of Christianity, right? I'm going to go into that definition, stagnation. And the spirit is having me do this lesson using the water analogy, right? Because these scriptures are like living waters. They continuously flow. They continuously nourish our body. It's everlasting, right? So let's go here. So, like, you give me 1 second. I'm just kind of flowing through the spirit right now. 1 second, Salakia. Matter of fact, let's just get this definition. Stagnant, right? And that's what our people still stuck in these worldly traditions, right? Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, right? Because they stagnant. They're not flowing. They're not moving, right? They're not growing. They're not learning. Stagnant. It says, of a body of water or atmosphere of a confined space, having no current or flow, and often have an unpleasant smell as a consequence. That's that dead death, right? That breeds in stagnant water. That's why we've been given the living waters, which are everlasting, right? So I want to look for this particular scripture before I move on. This is the book of John 7:38. It says, he that believeth on me, as the scripture have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living waters. That's what you're seeing right now. And that's just a metaphor for the truth, the correct understanding of the Bible, the depthness of the scriptures, the wisdom and the layers of the scriptures, the understanding. It's like the truth is like an onion. It's layers and layers among rich wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? When you think you learn one thing, you really don't know much, right? Because it's always more to learn. It's everlasting. We're never gonna get right. It's so abundant. You know what I mean? It's just everlasting, right? So let's go here. I want to go to this Salakia. Why is the stagnant water so bad? It says stagnant water can be dangerous because it can breed harmful bacteria and pathogens. It says stagnant water can become a breeding ground for bacteria, viruses, parasites, and fungi. Right? It says these microorganisms can cause a variety of illnesses. You hear this? So this is the contamination, the stagnation of the Christian church. Right? The same old, they just do the same old thing, regurgitate the same old lies, the same old gimmicks, right? Year after year, and nothing never changes. That's why you see no growth with our people, right? They still saying the same Christian sayings they've been saying ever since we was little kids, right? There's no growth, it's stagnant, right? The truth makes you flourish, right? It's flowing continuously, right? Let's go here. I want to go more into stagnation, like stagnant water. Let me go Salakia. But yeah, that's that the stagnant water brings disease, right? So that's going back into the disease known as modern day Christianity and all these other genres of philosophies that have poisoned our people's mind, right? And we thank Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah that he gave us this precious truth, right? To wake us out of this dead state. Matter of fact, I want to go to that word stagnant and I want to go to similar words. I'm just kind of doing everything through the spirit, freestyling, as Jake would say, freestyling, right? Stagnant. I'm going to the similar words. It says still, motionless. It says lifeless. Ooh, that's heavy. It says dead, right? Going back into us being spiritually dead, right? Waking up out of that dead state. And the water, water brings life. Let's let's go here. I think I had Proverbs. So stagnation brings nothing good, right? So Proverbs 21:16, it says, "The man that wandered out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead," going back into being stagnant, being lost, going back to your same vomit, right? This water is to make you alive, to quench your thirst, because we got a hunger for the truth, right? We got a thirst for the truth, rather, and a hunger as well, but more of a thirst. And that thirst is quenched by the correct understanding of these scriptures and the infinite wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah have bestowed us this blessing of great understanding, right? So you have to have quick understanding. Let's go here. I want to pull another scripture. I'm looking for one in particular, right? I think I'm gonna start doing these particular kind of lessons. This flowing with the spirit, trusting the spirit, right? I put right here, what is the purpose of water? It says water is vital to human health. It says in life on earth. It says in life on earth. It said it has many purposes in the body, including, many different purposes, right? It's helps you out with your skin, nutrient, cell health, joint lubrication, waste removal, right? It says urinary tract infection prevention, digestion. So having this water, which would be a metaphor for having the truth, it keeps us alive, it keeps us going, right? It keeps us nourished, right? In a spiritual sense, because we know that the flesh profited nothing, right? The spirit is where we lay our treasures up at. But Jake on this side, they don't value that because they can't make it materialize right now, right? Let's go to the spiritual depth. And when you go into that word, like I went into that word stagnant, one of the similar words was dead, right? And most of our people are spiritually dead. They in stagnant water. All right. Let's get that real quick. And this brings on peace and the serenity. I like the scenery here in this video. All right. Spiritually dead. Salakia. Give me, bear with me. It says right here, it says Ephesians 2 and 1. It says Ephesians 2 and 1. Let's go to the KJV. Salakia. It says, you have, and have he quickened who were dead in trespasses and sins. So we was once dead. We was once laden with much iniquity, going back into worshiping idols. We was worshiping Jivas. We was doing Christmas, Thanksgiving, right? Out of our own ignorance, Easter, so on and so forth. But we've been quickened. When you go to the word quicken, it means to make alive. And when you're alive, you come out of stagnation, right? And we start let's go back to this word, living waters. Let's go to living waters. I want to look this up. Right, it says right here. It says the term living water is a biblical metaphor that appears in both the Old Testament, the Old and so-called New Testament. It is a call to live a life, right, connecting with Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. When people accept Yahweh Shai as the living water, they receive spiritual nourishment and become channels of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, right? And that's going back into having the complete 100% truth, not having partial of the truth, and having this rich understanding. Because, matter of fact, it brings a precept to my mind: lay up your treasures, right? Going back into wisdom, and wisdom goes back into common sense, right? Wisdom, treasure. Let me see. Let me try to find this scripture. Yeah, let's get this Colossians 2 and 3. It said, in whom are hid all the treasures. Let me go to the whole thing. Colossians chapter 2. Let's go to 2. Let's start at the top. Matter of fact, let's start at 2. Colossians 2 and 2. That their hearts might be comforted, being knit together in love. This going back into the brothers and sisters, unto all riches of the full assurance of understanding. It says, to the acknowledgement of the mystery of Yahweh and the Father Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. You see, it's a mystery because most of the people don't know the Most High. They don't know his name. They don't know his character. They don't know his attributes. Let's go to 3. He's saying, in whom are hid all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge. Yeah, this truth is many different treasures, rubies, gold, right? Precious metals, but in a spiritual sense. It's likened to the things in this world that are precious, that are rare, right? Because every man and woman was not given this understanding. It's rare, all right? So again, you know what I'm saying, going back into this analogy with these waters running, right? This is likened to where we are now, right? Coming out this stagnant spirit. All right, hopefully this lesson was edifying. Call Allah Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachat Kodash. Shalom.